I think the thing I learned the most in the first year was that to do my best to be ready to respond to and address things that you can't predict. We could not predict a monsoon to hit in the first week of the season last year and how that related to our instant replay people. I think that the more that we continue to operate as transparently as possible with our student athletes, our coaches, our officiating staff, the better that things will be. We've also made an effort through enterprises like this and also in some of the media partners of explaining rules and nuances to football officiating so that fans and our parents and others associated with the game have an understanding of what we're up to and what we're doing.
Are there any rule changes or points of emphasis that fans should be looking for this upcoming season?
Yeah, there are several points of emphasis that are the results of rule changes that fans are going to be seeing. The first one is involving fair catches on kickoffs. A lot of play has been given to this so far in national media outlets, and that is to say this: if a member of the receiving team on a kickoff makes a fair catch between his own goal line and the 25-yard line, then the receivers next will put the ball in play on the 25. So it's just like a touchback. So you make a fair catch on your own 6-yard line on a kickoff, you get the ball on the 25. So what's trying to be done here? Well, what's happening is that we're trying to avoid members of the kicking team getting a 40, 50, at some points 60-yard dash and make a huge speed impacted play on someone in a defensive nature. And this rule should help do that. What we don't know is how our schools and our coaches are going to strategize that and what they're going to do, and we'll be ready to adjust in any way and shape that they do, but that part is unknown to us, and so that'll be sort of exciting. The other rule changes that you're going to see involve blocking below the waist. There's no blocking below the waist now allowed 5 or more yards away from the line of scrimmage for an offensive team member. So that's new that we'll be getting used to and you'll see players adjusting to. And there's some equipment points of emphasis this year. Our players, our student athletes, are not allowed to come out without having knee pads in. Their pants and their knee pads have to cover the knee. And I think that's going to be a bit of an issue starting into the season because in almost every football game I've been to and every game I've watched from the national championship game on down, I'd say about 80% of the players were probably not compliant on that. So we need everybody working together on that. The penalty for that is that a player will have to leave the game for at least one play. So that should take care of it. We hope not to have many of those, but we'll be ready to address it if we need to.
What is the process for these rule changes to take place?
The proposed rule changes come from the membership of the NCAA football playing schools through the Football Rules Committee, which is comprised of coaches. And so the coaches make the rules and then send that to an NCAA committee that has final oversight on those rules, and then officials enforce them. So I often joke with our coaches that we're simply enforcing the rules that the coaches have given us, and sometimes they find that humorous and sometimes they don't.
What is a typical week like for you in the role as an official coordinator
During the season, a typical week for me is on Sundays, we're starting to gather game film and looking at if there's any acute issues that came up in one of our games on Saturday that we need to address. And if there are, then I'll be involved with the commissioner in making sure that we have done that in a fair way. If we have to get more information, if we have to look at film, we will. We will begin the process of grading all of our games on Sunday and Monday. People should know that every single play of every single game officiated by the OVC football staff is graded. So we don't just look at the calls they make, we also look at every single play. And that feedback, and with the desire that all of us are improving our craft, are given out to the officials by about Wednesday or Thursday. I will also be involved in making training video each week that we give to our football officiating staff, but we also share with our football coaches and our directors of athletics in the Ohio Valley Conference so that we're on the same page with what's happened in the previous week, or trends that we're seeing, or points that we need to make, whether it's something from pass interference to holding. When the week continues, then I'll have conference calls with all of my with the instant replay staff, and also have a conference call with the crew chiefs, our referees, our white hats in the conference. And then on Friday, I'll start traveling somewhere to one of our schools and one of our games, take it in on Sunday, and start it all over. And it sounds long, and sometimes it is, but usually speaking, that once you go to your first scrimmage, you might as well do your Christmas shopping, because the season will be over very soon.